If you like well-designed homes on lots backing up to golf courses or to a view, then stick around for this walkthrough. There's even a surprise at the end. Hey everyone, Raj Sahu here, realtor in Central Texas, back with another model home walkthrough. Today we're going through the Riviera plan with Sitterle Homes. This plan is over 3,100 square feet. It has 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, 3-car garage. You saw a 2-car side entrance and then a 1-car separately on the right side, which we will come back out to in a second. First, I want to show you this front courtyard just because it is so unique. And even beyond that, I've had a lot of homeowners say they end up spending a lot of time in their front patio. Something that seems surprising at first, but once you're in the home, if you have a lot of homeowners around you that are out and about, walking around, you have friends in the neighborhood, sometimes it's nice to just have that front patio sitting area, especially when you have so many people out and about in the neighborhood that you're living in. But we'll get back to that in a second, talk a little bit more about this community. I want to really focus in on the plan. Right when you first walk in, you're met with very tall ceilings, massive sliding glass door with a lot of windows around it, a lot of great design items that we'll really focus in on when walking through this plan. Beams across the ceiling, wood paneling left of the fireplace, that fireplace tile that's dark, that really provides that contrast with everything else that's light and bright. Even when you look at the kitchen, which we're gonna really hone in on here, they have the 2-tone cabinets with that black island, white cabinets on the exterior. And I like how the kitchen is expanded all along that wall on the right side. It just feels so much bigger, even though we're just over 3,100 square feet. And then take a look at this designer vent hood with the upper cabinets and this great backsplash design. This is why I love walking homes with Sitterle. They tend to have a lot of different design options. And this is why I mentioned, if you really like design, really focus in on what you're seeing here. Oftentimes, buyers with Sitterle homes tend to incorporate a lot more of the model home in their homes compared to other builders that are out there, where it's the model home is, you know, over upgraded well beyond the average, but it's just not even feasible to do some of these items that you see in the model home in their home. But with Sitterle homes, I tend to find the buyers for Sitterle like to incorporate a lot of these items. Like, take a look at this kitchen, so well designed. And then we have a breakfast nook area right off of this kitchen. And for this breakfast nook area, I find for buyers that say, hey, when they're in their dining area, you know, maybe having dinner at night, they want it to be a little bit more private. And I think that that's how they designed this plan, where they have walls on either side, just a window that looks out to the backyard, and it just feels much more private. Now, if you wanted an area a little bit more open and less private, there's going to be staging done on the outdoor patio where it's another dining area. Obviously, you could do whatever you want on your backyard patio, but I think this is a great example of what's possible, especially here in Texas, where people like to enjoy the outdoors. And that outdoor area is right here through these doors, which we will head out there later on in the video. You'll see this, there's a golf course in the back. We'll talk about this community. And then a spoiler alert, the surprise at the end of the video is I just have some drone footage of this home under construction in another community that's on a cliff where the backyard has this amazing view. And we'll get to that at the end of the video, so you understand this is a model home that is not for sale right now, but it gives you an idea of this plan that you can build with Sitterle Homes in a community like this, where there's a country club, golf course, tennis courts, and then there are other communities you can build this in that maybe don't have the country club, but have other things like views and greenery and different things like that. So we'll get into all that when we head outside. What I want to focus on are the main parts of the home. So we're going to move on to the primary bedroom and primary bathroom. Love walking in here. That accent wall provides that great contrast. Even the window frames, I love how they're that dark look that really provide that contrast I think people are looking for, where a lot of people are picking very light flooring, so it's light and bright. A lot of walls are going to be white. In fact, when you go to the design studio, your eyes will glaze over with the shades of white that you have to select. Some people have fun with it. Some people are just like, just go with the white. They all look white. So what do usually people do? But I like how they've incorporated different design elements to really provide that contrast. And that goes hand in hand with the primary bathroom. Love the tile work that they did here with the freestanding tub, and I like the tile being that darker look that goes all the way into the primary closet, which we'll see in a second. And overall, the flow of this bathroom I think is great. For some people, they don't want the vanities right next to each other, so if you're here with your partner in the bathroom, you don't want to feel like you're on top of each other, and I like how they kept both vanities a little bit separate. And then I love this walk-in shower. Very large, shower seat, great design work with the tile going all the way up to the ceiling, really showcasing, again, what's possible with Sitterle. And speaking of what's possible, while we go through this primary closet and then we'll get to the rest of the home in a second, I do want to take some time to mention that there is a option that I've seen in some communities where I believe they call it the Riviera 2 plan. They have a second story option where there's either a game room and a bedroom and a full bathroom, or a game room and 2 bedrooms and a full bathroom. And obviously it adds square footage to the plan. It adds an entire second story to the plan, which, if I didn't say it earlier, this is a 1-story plan, but still everything feels very open. But if you like the built-in privacy that comes with the 2-story plan, there are some communities where they offer that in. Now, obviously, double check everything that I'm stating with the builder, and also hire a great buying agent or realtor that can help walk you through all the different options with various builders and different communities. But what I'm seeing with some of the communities that they have, I love how they offer that as an option. I find with some buyers, they just can't make up their mind with a 1-story versus a 2-story because it's nice to have everything on the same floor, but you want a little bit more privacy. Sometimes people really miss that game room area, and that's why I think having that as an option is fantastic. Okay, let's get to the rest of this plan on the left side of the home. So that's the front door on the left side that we walked in, and then we kind of went out to the main living area. I showed you the primary bedroom and bathroom. This is going to be the study area. I love the location of this study. It's private from the other bedrooms, so if you work from home, it's a great area to kind of keep quiet, stay away from everything else, and get a lot of work done. And then I love this design element that they did here. It's almost like a hidden way to keep kind of like a TV or some sort of electronic back here, which I think is cool. Or I've even had people put like a backsplash there, so when you open it up and hide what's on your shelves, maybe you have a lot of junk and you want to fix your background, which I know a lot of people are thinking about their Zoom background, or I've even had people say their YouTube studios, what they're setting up. I think that's such a cool design element to have back there. And then I know we didn't cover it. This is going to be the Butlers Pantry, which is kind of right off of that common area. So if you have a party and you just have some food here or some drinks you want to store for guests to kind of enjoy, I like how they have it situated, and it's in this area and it's still open to that main living area. Moving along, back here we have a powder bathroom, and then we'll see a mud room and laundry room in a second. I love what they did here with the powder bathroom with that designer wall in the back. You can do so many fun things in a powder bathroom just because it's a small space, and so I think this design element really makes this powder bathroom stand out. And I also like the location of this powder bathroom. It's private away from the other bedrooms, but it's still accessible for guests in a good location. And this is going to be a mud bench just because the access to the 2-car garage is to the left of us. I would show you that, but it's pretty much just an open door. And then the builder was having a meeting in that area because they have it built out as office space instead of a garage right now. And I wanted to give those people that were in there a little bit of privacy. And by the way, if you saw me kind of bouncing around in this home, not going from one room to the other or starting front to back, simple reason why is there's people in and out of this model home, especially when they had a meeting going on. And so I want to give those people privacy. I don't want to tell them, hey, by the way, you're going to be on YouTube or Facebook in one of my videos. And if you're confused on where we are, that's going to be the front courtyard and front door. There is a casita that we're going to get to, meaning it's a separate bedroom that you access from the outside of the home, which I'll show you at the end of this video. There are still a lot of things that we can see in this plan that I think are exciting and unique to this plan, but still very functional and filling a need for a lot of buyers that are on market. And then talking about bouncing around, this is going to be the pantry area, which I missed earlier. It's right behind the kitchen. When we were actually in the kitchen before, there was somebody in here. So obviously don't want to show up with a camera. That would be really awkward. We're going to kind of going around the corner and showing the pantry off with somebody in it. But there you go. I don't think you missed a whole lot by seeing that. And then this is going to be another bedroom with an in-suite full bathroom. So in this plan, they have a lot of bedrooms with either an option for an in-suite full bathroom or it's already included in the base price. I don't like to talk about too much of what's included and what's not in base, just because this can vary from community to community and this can vary over time. So as I said earlier in the video, double check everything that I'm stating with the builder, or again, hire a buying agent such as myself, where we can walk through these plans together and get you these dynamic updates that are in real time, going to give you the information you need to make a buying decision. And I say in real time because, again, these plans do shift over time, so it really depends on when you're seeing this. And then I love what they did here. Again, love the design work. They did the black floor tile with this gray backsplash that goes all the way up to the ceiling. I love the movement in that tile. And by the way, this is coming from somebody who did not ever talk about design. When I got into real estate, I was much more analytical. I had a background in finance and economics, and so I loved numbers. I loved putting together Excel sheets, and I just always shoved design to the side. After doing this for quite a while and building tens and tens of homes, now I've realized design plays a big factor, not just in resale, but livability. I've seen design change the perspective of a room. People feel like it's bigger. People feel like it's amazing, that it's top of the line, because it's just basic design elements. When you put together, it makes rooms like this living room, feel so much bigger, so much more livable. And I have to say, do not underestimate design. It can play a big role in how you feel in some of these spaces. It doesn't mean be materialistic. It does mean keep an open mind to some of these things. Actually, that's what I always thought, is I always thought design was just materialistic and it's not anything that people actually care about. It is playing a big factor. And this is coming from somebody, again, who's not just designed homes and built a lot with clients, but I've walked hundreds of homes now with buyers where I can tell you a well-designed home, it feels bigger, it feels more spacious, people value it more. It makes a big difference. Anyway, I digress. Let's focus back on the plan and talk about this bedroom with an in-suite full bathroom. First off, I love the location of this bedroom and full bathroom. Every one of the bedrooms in this plan are still very private from each other, but still accessible to the common areas, like that main living area that we saw when we first walked in the front door. This specific bedroom is in the back right of the home, so this window does face out to the backyard. And then the primary bedroom was in the back left. We saw another bedroom at the front right, and then the front left of the home was that study area. And then we're going to see a fourth bedroom that is that Casita option, which again you access from the outside of the home through that front courtyard, which we'll cover towards the end of the video. I want to walk out to that backyard patio because I think that that's one of the I talked a lot about interior design because there's so much great stuff here in this model home, but I love this backyard patio because in a community like this you can really enjoy that space. Now every lot is going to be different. This specific model home backs up to a cul-de-sac. That's why we're looking out to that side of the home. I'll get into the community in a second. First, take this backyard patio in with the ceiling design, the outdoor kitchen, this big dining table. There's a lot to like about this backyard patio, but what I like even more is going to be the community that we're in. We are in a community called Cimarron Hills. It's located in West Georgetown. I say West Georgetown just because it's right around that border of Liberty Hill, Leander, Georgetown. If you didn't know, the northwest corridor of Austin is quickly growing with lots of development, highways, new grocery stores and restaurants and shops. If you want more details on that, again, reach out to me. But I love what they've done here because take a look at the design work that I keep talking about, and you can incorporate that in a community like this where Cimarron Hills, it does have a country club, it has a golf course, Has tennis courts at the base of the neighborhood. There's tons of greenery. There's huge lots, and you can build custom in certain areas like this, or you can build homes like what they have here with Sitterle, or take some of these options that they have and just take it to the next level with both design as well as different structural upgrade. And while we head out to the Casita I was telling you about earlier, which is that separate bedroom, full bathroom that's accessed from the outside, I want to mention that if you wanted a plan like this, or you really like the vibe of Sitterle but don't need the maybe country club membership and different things like that, they are also building plans like this in a community called Santa Rita Ranch. It's located in Liberty Hill, Texas, and it's a master plan community with multiple amenity centers. It's very active, very lively. And I have to say, the first client I had contract in that community years ago was actually with Sitterle, and I love what they did with their design work. Again, the home felt so much bigger than it is. But the tough part is, after that, I had about 11 or 12 clients contract in Santa Rita, but it was right when Sitterle closed. So disappointed that they were on the verge of closing, but I'm excited because they're back. And as you can tell with the different design elements that they have, different options, what a fantastic way to build a plan like this or something similar in a community that I think is very exciting to be in. If you want more details on that, reach out to me. My information's again in the description of this video. But before I let you go, I want to tell you two things. First off, this Casita, it is designed as having a bedroom with a full bathroom off of it, but I've had people turn this into a yoga studio. I've even had somebody who sculpts art, and to create their sculptures, they need a separate space for that because it's very messy and they have to wash their hands and they don't want it to get around their house. So they wanted to look at an option that had this separate Casita. I've had people use this again as not just a yoga studio, but maybe as a gym where they have a treadmill that's loud, or they're throwing around weights. They want to have a space to do that. There's so many different things that you can do in when you have an option like this that's kind of separate from the house. And I'm finding more and more people are getting attracted to having this separate space, whether if it's used as a bedroom or not. There's so many different ways you can make that functional. The second part to that would be community. So I mentioned that you could build plans like this or similar to this in this community, this golf course community of Cimarron Hills, but you can also build it here. Santa Rita Ranch. It's a master plan community located in Liberty Hill, Texas, very close by to that golf course community we were just in. And this is the Riviera 2 plan currently under construction, with the second story option I was referencing earlier in the video, with this amazing view in Santa Rita Ranch. Now, this specific home is available for sale. Also, there are lots around this home that have great views as well that are also for sale. So if you're interested in new construction or even newer homes on the resale market, reach out to me. My information's in the description of this video. And as always, hope this helps. Take care.